Barcelona does it to themselves. They struggle to sign free agent Danny Olmo, right? And not only that, whenever they get players into the club, they're struggling to register them even if they're free. And now they want to target and lay down the foundation for Erling Haaland for 2026. Now, you'd think Erling Haaland's contract's running out in 2026 the way they're kind of trying to lay the foundations in order to sign him. But they think a new deal with Nike will give them the funds to sign Haaland. Now, Erling Haaland was valued at 100 million when his contract was set to expire in 2028. He's now extended 9.5 more years with Man City till 2034, man. He is going to be there until 2034. Do you know? Oh my God, that is nearly a decade, man. Nearly a decade his contract is going to run into. And somehow Barcelona, because of a deal with Nike, they think they're going to sign this man. Man, Real Madrid in their peak couldn't, financial peak, cannot sign a player who just extended for 9.5 years, man. So what makes Barcelona think in their worst financial, possibility that they're going to be able to sign Erling Haaland, man? That is like a homeless who just got given $20 by some guy leaving a liquor store saying, you know what? I'm going to invest in Bitcoin with this $20. Like, mate, you're going to get 0.00000000001% of equity there, man. You might as well go get a Happy Meal with that. Barcelona, what are we thinking here? Unless you're expecting to offer, Lamine Yamal straight up for Haaland, then maybe there's a conversation there from City. But if it's not that, mate, I don't understand what you're even trying to do here. I think all you're doing is getting a headline and embarrassing yourself, man. Worst financial state possible, and you're trying to get the top target out here, man. Aside from Mbappe, aside from Yamal, Erling Haaland's right there for market value, and you're laying down the foundation, man. Oh man, I'm laying down the foundation to get at Sydney Sweeney too. J-Lo, whatever, man. Apparently, but there's no mutual interest, but I can't afford it either. But hey, man, I'm laying down the foundation, maybe 2035. Crazy, man. Barcelona does it to themselves at this point. Genuinely, I do agree they do need a replacement for Robert Lewandowski. Ferran Torres won't be it. And Erling Haaland, well, let's be realistic, guys. It's not going to be him. He's there for 9.5 years. He doesn't sign that contract extension if he wants a move out of Man City, especially if he wants Barcelona, knowing their financial status. Definitely not signing that extension, man. That's all I gotta say. So I don't even think Erling Haaland sees it as a possibility or even wants it. Because you don't sign that extension no matter how much money you're getting if you're planning on moving to La Liga. And with even Real Madrid, in my opinion, are probably having some financial problems the way they're moving. So even if you were to go to Real Madrid, I don't even think he thinks it's a possibility either. Because signing that contract extension, he could possibly be the first player to ever beat 250 million transfer value. That's the reality of the situation here, because keep in mind this guy is the top scorer ever in Premier League history, won the treble with Man City. Previously there was no treble, there was no Champions League. He comes in first year, boom, gets it done. Unfortunately for City, tons of injuries, like their Ballon d'Or winner injured, De Bruyne, football's left them, and injuries. All these problems have happened at City, lacking service. But I believe Man City's going to invest 200, 300 million in order to go and get some replacements for some of these unks that won him everything. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. Do you think there's a possibility that Barcelona could sign Erling Haaland in the next decade? Personally, no.